My mission is to empower women to fearlessly embrace and live their authentic lives. Many years ago, I was a full-time teacher, and I loved dedicating all my time to my students. Each day, I felt such a sense of accomplishment and so rewarded since I knew I was making a difference in my students' lives. However, when I became pregnant with my first child, I had every intention to go back to work after my baby was born. I loved my job and I was really good at it. But one look at my baby and I knew I just couldn't. Again, this is a personal choice for everyone. But for me, the choice is very clear. I had to be home with my baby. So I quit the job that I worked so hard for and loved. As a woman, this is the first of many sacrifices we make as we become a mother. After my first child was born, I had another and then soon after another. I was a mother of 3 young children with a husband who was always working. I created a loving family home for us. I did every mommy and me class, joined every mom's group, made weekly trips to Disneyland, and went to all the park play dates you can imagine. I took thousands of pictures and made the thickest scrapbooks ever for each child. I was simply exhausted. I would forget to even brush my hair, but I loved every single moment of it. I have absolutely no regrets. Those were amongst some of the most precious moments of my life, and they flew by so quickly. All good things must come to an end. And now I have 18 and 16-year-old daughters, as well as a 12-year-old son. Their schedule is crazy busy, and as much as I try to be the coolest fun mom, most of the time they would just rather hang out with their own friends. So here we are. As much as I dedicated my life's work to motherhood, I felt alone. I had a reality check. My job is to guide, encourage, and love them unconditionally. But the ultimate goal is to give them wings to fly and send them out as complete adults into the world so they can start their own lives. Where does that leave me? I love being a mother, but I needed more. I felt something in my life was missing. I was everywhere, but I would realize I wasn't present. I felt a little invisible. I was in my 40s. What was I passionate about besides my family? What were my interests and hobbies? I noticed since I became a mother, I had put a pause on many of those thoughts. I started my own research on self-discovery. What is my life's purpose? What is my why? What gives me a sense of drive that gives my life meaning? And there you have it. I started reading, creating more time for me, teaching myself compassion and self-love without suffering from a mother's guilt because I realized I mattered. I'm not here only to be a mother, but I have a purpose. I started to feel more visible and more present. As I met more females, I realized that they too felt the same way. I could see it in their eyes because I'd been there. Some talked about it and related, but many were too scared to be judged if they admitted it. Unfortunately, motherhood is one of the roles in society that is judged the most. Sadly, much of this judgment comes from people who are supposed to be most supportive to us, like friends and family. I tried to talk to them and connect with them. I explained how I was on a self journey to live a better, authentic life. It was from these many conversations that I received such positive feedback. That's when it clicked. My purpose was to reach other females, find their purpose and meaning in their lives. This was my why. This is how I took the initiative to become a certified master woman empowerment life coach and decided to create a podcast to reach more females. That was my story, and I hope you will join us go on this journey together and dive deep into meaningful conversations to help us grow and learn from one another. Sometimes I will talk about a topic. Other times I will have a guest speaker, but no matter what we will be talking about, we will be women committed to personal growth in a safe place without judgment because we all have the same mindset.